Hi, Dr. Lara here. I hope you're doing well today. So I was on my walk today and tuned into what the message would be for this week, and the word I got was vulnerability. And I was like, ooh, because that's not something that comes easy for me, being vulnerable. Being brought up in a very tumultuous home with an alcoholic father and older siblings, I learned early on not to be vulnerable. And I learned how to shut my walls down and kind of retreat back into my space and put on a facade of that everything was okay. And I did that all throughout my life, especially in high school. A lot of things were on the outside, it looked like I had it all together, but inside I was literally dying inside because I had some pretty serious thoughts about of suicide. And the reason why I'm sharing this right now is because there are so many people, pretty much all of us on this planet right now, that are feeling pretty vulnerable, that we are feeling these emotions, that we might be feeling lost, that we are in a lot of pain, we're in a lot of suffering, and then we go back on social media and we see all these people that are traveling and living it up and all this kind of stuff. And what I want to say to you is that what you see is not necessarily the truth. Every single person struggles. Every single person goes through trials and tribulations. And I'm saying this today because oftentimes when we get ourselves in our own little hole, we feel like we're the only ones that feel this way. And I want to let you know that you're not. That there are so many people, all of us at some point in our lives, many points in our lives, many times throughout the day, feel like we're lost or we're in pain, okay? And the thing is that when we are vulnerable with other people, when we take down that facade of making people think that everything's okay, that life is great, when we take that down and we really get into a true conversation with somebody, then that can open up a gateway for our own well-being, for our own healing. Because when you talk about things that you're feeling, it releases that energy. So you're not holding it in your body and you're not thinking that you're alone. And it takes a lot to be vulnerable with people, because oftentimes I know I was vulnerable with people and they turned around and shoved it back in my face. And I know that it's hard to do that. But there's a chance that we have to take with somebody that's safe, that we can be vulnerable with for our own healing, and more than likely the other person's healings as well. Because I was walking on my walk today and I was asking the universe, how am I going to show up this next year? What's in store for me? And I was getting these downloads and this information, and then I ran into an old coach of mine, an old business coach from years ago, and it was like, oh my gosh, it was. I have to tell her that my business is doing well, but it wasn't that. It was a very real conversation about parenting, about the struggles of parenting, and what I was going through and what she had been through with her son. And what opened up with that was we had an idea to write a book together. So the reason why I'm sharing this is because when we open ourselves up to vulnerability, one, we are able to heal whatever it is that we're holding inside, and two, it opens up the avenue for miracles to occur, for things to take place. Okay, and that's what being vulnerable does for you. So I hope that helps. If you're in pain or if you're hurting and you're feeling alone, please know that you're not. Every single person is in pain and is hurting at some point in their life, and some more than others, but everybody does, and you are not alone. So I hope that helps, and I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day.